This is a story from when I was in the lower grades of elementary school. School was over, and I was walking home alone. And then, from a casual thought, I decided to take another route home today. A road along a mountain with few people that I don't usually use. It's a long way from home. I remember walking happily. In the past, I was a child who found joy in such meaningless things. Well, the way home is different from usual. I suddenly found something strange. The road was only wide enough for one car. There was a forest on the left and a small pond on the right. From the pond to the right of it, something white and thin stretched toward the sky. At that time, what I thought was stretching towards the sky was simply because there was nothing in the sky. Quote, "It's not like the branches of the trees are growing. It's not like an airplane or a bird is flying." At first I thought it was smoke. But it's strange that smoke comes from a pond with water. It didn't seem like the aquatic plants floating on the surface of the water were burning. I put my arm on the guardrail and stared at the thin white object. It was like thread. It's white thread. I followed the white thread and looked up at the sky. The higher the white thread goes, the more it disappears as it merges with the clouds scattered in the sky. A thread that stretches to the sky. Naturally, I thought it was strange. However, at that time, I had a firm resignation that it could not be helped because it was there and I could see it. As I looked up, I felt something flashing in the sky. As time passed, the light became more visible. Light was coming down from the sky following the thread. It was a light that stabbed my eyes, like when the light of the sun is reflected by a mirror. The light was flickering, and when I held my hand over my eye and looked closely, there was no thread on it. I leaned forward to get a good look at the light. I think it was because the school bag was heavy. At that moment, I lost my balance and fell headfirst into the pond. But then something strange happened. I fell headfirst into the pond. But the moment my face touched the surface of the water, I was sticking out of the water. No time lag. I don't think I remember correctly. By inertia, once I jumped out of the water up to my stomach, and gravity sank me up to my head again. This time it was in the water normally. Of course, I should have panicked and drowned, but I was relatively calm. The pond was deep enough for my feet to reach if I stretched out. I didn't have a school bag on my back, so I found it while wiping my eyes and put it on again. It was a strange experience. With that in mind, I climbed out of the pond onto the road. I looked back at the pond one last time. The thread was no longer stretched. And on the way home, for some reason, I took the wrong way home, and I got home quite late. When I got home, my mother was surprised to see my son come home drenched and asked me, "Oh my God. What is it?" I just replied, "I'm hooked." It was from that day. I lost my ability to read and write. The teacher looked troubled, but I decided to think that falling into the pond had made me dumb. After that, the character problem became normal. The higher the white thread goes, the more it disappears as it merges with the clouds scattered in the sky. A thread that stretches to the sky. Naturally, I thought it was strange. However, at that time, I had a firm resignation that it could not be helped because it was there and I could see it. As I looked up, I felt something flashing in the sky. As time passed, the light became more visible. Light was coming down from the sky following the thread. It was a light that stabbed my eyes, like when the light of the sun is reflected by a mirror. The light was flickering, and when I held my hand over my eye and looked closely, there was no thread on it. I leaned forward to get a good look at the light. I think it was because the school bag was heavy. At that moment, I lost my balance and fell headfirst into the pond. But then something strange happened. I fell headfirst into the pond. But the moment my face touched the surface of the water, I was sticking out of the water. No time lag. I don't think I remember correctly. By inertia, once I jumped out of the water up to my stomach, and gravity sank me up to my head again. This time it was in the water normally. Of course, I should have panicked and drowned, but I was relatively calm. The pond was deep enough for my feet to reach if I stretched out. I didn't have a school bag on my back, so I found it while wiping my eyes and put it on again. It was a strange experience. With that in mind, I climbed out of the pond onto the road. After that, about a week after I fell into the pond, a child's drowned body was found in that pond. What was strange was that no children had gone missing in the vicinity of the city during that week. So I discovered it too late. I don't have any belongings, and I don't know where or whose child. The unidentified corpse became a topic of conversation for a while. As for me, I still make the doctor with a stethoscope make a questioning face when I go for a health checkup. It seems that the position of the heart is a little strange. After that, about a week after I fell into the pond, a child's drowned body was found in that pond. What was strange was that no children had gone missing in the vicinity of the city during that week. So I discovered it too late. I don't have any belongings, and I don't know where or whose child. The unidentified corpse became a topic of conversation for a while. As for me, I still make the doctor with a stethoscope make a questioning face when I go for a health checkup. It seems that the position of the heart is a little strange.